Welcome to the High School Game of the Week on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM, presented by Commerce Bank.
And welcome in to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to them. Together they can find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. Chance Lebo here with you from Northwest High School for our first game between City League foes of the 2026 part of the calendar year, as we see the Heights Falcons hit the road as they take on the Northwest Grizzlies. You're listening to the Four Seasons RV pregame show. Looking for your next adventure? Four Seasons RV has you covered with the best selection for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers. Get your adventure started now at fourseasonsrv.com. Four Seasons RV, where the fun begins. Wichita Heights comes in as the number 4 ranked team in the KBCA 6A rankings as they hold an 8-2 record. They lost their last time out in overtime against Capon this last Tuesday. This was their second loss in their last 4 games as they took down Derby later last week on Saturday in the GWAL ABCTL Challenge. They also lost on the road against Blue Valley North, one of the top teams up in Kansas City, a top 10 ranked team in 6A. Those were 2 of the only tests this season for Heights. They won an early season bout with Mays, but between the Mays and Blue Valley North game, they really hadn't been tested. They've now lost 2 of their last 4, but a signature win against the Derby team that we saw on Friday dominate Andover. Now Heights hits the road before the Valley Center tournament, which we will be covering next week, and they take on Wichita Northwest, a team that last year they swept. But Northwest had their best conference record under Andy Hill and their best conference record since the GWAL expanded. They were 13-3 in league play, but they would fall to Mays in the sub-state championship. Now they're off to a 5-5 start. They picked up a big win out in Park City against Andover Central, 72-42. But that snapped a 4-game losing streak, losing at East, at Carroll, versus West, and at Capon. Northwest really needed to get back on the right side of things, and they did against Andover Central, in big part because of Darian Hammond's game-high 20-point on 9 of 11 shooting, the only returning starter for Northwest from last year, and their only their only letterman that played in their state tournament when they got 4th place in 2024 with an upset win over the defending champion Blue Valley Northwest. Andy Hill here in year number 8 has done a fabulous job for Northwest, but they'll be looking to pick up a big upset win tonight against Wichita Heights, a team that is off to a hot start. But here in the City League, it's really the top 2 and then everybody in the middle. Can Northwest rise to the occasion tonight? We will find out here shortly. When we return, we will discuss the Heights side of things. That's all coming up next when we return on the Four Seasons RV pregame show and the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
As we're back here at Northwest High School for the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank, this is the Four Seasons RV pregame shows. We take a look now at the Heights Falcons, the road team in tonight's contest, under first-year head coach Gary Thomason, who was an assistant for 18 years under 30-year head coach Joe Auer before head coach Joe Auer stepped down, a multi-time state champion at Wichita Heights. Gary Thomason, an assistant coach under some legendary head coaches in the Wichita area between Joe Auer, Steve Eck, Ron Allen. He's seen it all, and now he is in a big spot here as the head coach for Heights, and he had, I don't want to say a bare cupboard, but this is a program that has a high ceiling, and right now only had one player returning from last year's squad, that one being Jalen Timmons, who was second-team All-League, Hutch Community College commit. He averaged 13 a game last year, their second leading scorer on the squad, and this year he's ramped it up to a big 20 points per game. Between him and his younger brother Jordan, who's averaging 10 points per game, they contribute almost 50% of the total points for Wichita Heights this season. He is joined in double figures by, of course, his younger brother Jordan, a junior guard at 6'1", but Tyson Phillips has stepped up in a big way. Malachi Wilkins was one of the top players in the entire state last year, finds his way over the number one team in the Division II ranks. He is now one of the top players or top young freshmen, and Tyson Phillips, coming off of a 16-rebound performance. He's averaging 10 points, 10 rebounds, and a block per game, 65% shooting. He has been stellar as a junior at 6'7". And then Jalen Walker, the sophomore wing who played in 5 games in mop-up duty as a freshman. But, you know, here at Wichita Heights, it's not easy to see the floor as a freshman. Jalen Walker did last year, and he stepped into a big role this year, averaging 8.9 points per game, shooting at 50% from the field. He's been great this season. Him and Muriel Walker are two of the top young players on this Heights team, a young Heights team that finds themselves in second place in the City League after a loss against Capon on Tuesday. This, of course, just a precursor for their Valley Center Invitational, a really hotly contested field up there, up north, right around, I mean, those two are basically city rivals. They're both kind of in the same area, but it'll be really intriguing to see them battle next week, and we will be up there in Valley Center for that tournament, likely calling the 6 o'clock game, depending on the field. I emailed Chad Wilmot, the athletic director, and that game will be on your traditional ESPN Wichita radio station. So, of course, it's going to be interesting to see how the field plays out there. But we will be up there in Valley Center next week. But Heights, they've got this game, then they go to North at Andover Central in what should be a pretty intriguing game there. And then they have a pretty, I don't want to say easy schedule the rest of the way, but it really lightens up at North, at Andover Central versus South versus Southeast before a road trip to East. They host Carroll, host West, and then travel to face Capon, and then host Northwest in the season finale. This is a Heights program that has not missed the state tournament since COVID, and they don't look to be doing that again. They don't look to be missing the tournament this year, as they are off to an excellent start, and we'll see if they can handle Northwest tonight, as we'll preview the Northwest side of things when we return here in the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank, member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
Welcome back to Northwest High School. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to them. Together they can find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank, member FDIC. Chance Lebo here with you as we take a look now at the Northwest side of things. Northwest coming in at 5-5. They snapped a 4-game losing streak with a win in Park City against Andover Central on Saturday. That one a 30-point win, 72-42. They returned just one starter from the best conference finish under Andy Hill. They added some local transfers for the second straight season, but not of the caliber as they did last season when they brought in guys like River Peters and Don Brown. Those players were all league performers in their respective leagues. Northwest didn't have that kind of players coming in this year, and they obviously didn't have a player like Elijah Benning, who has been one of the best defenders in the entire NAIA this year for Friends. But they do have a stable guard in Darian Hammond, who has been a bright spot for Northwest this season, leading the team in scoring at 11.5 points per game, a 3-year starter now as a senior. He's shooting at 44% from the field. His shooting numbers have dipped a little bit given the fact that he's had more on his plate, but he's got some really talented players around him. Demarion Garland, a transfer from Wichita East. He averaged 4 points a game there last year, but now he's averaging upwards of 9 points per game. And then also Christian Laws, the big man who transferred in from Wichita West High. He's averaging 9 points a game and had one of his best performances of the season, going for 13 points and 7 rebounds in their win last time out against Andover Central. Northwest has the rest advantage here in this one. They did not play on Tuesday, their last contest coming on Saturday against Andover Central. Heights, they have played 4 games since the new year. They have been off and running, including that loss on Tuesday in overtime against Capon. So with Northwest having the fresh legs, I think that could play a bit of a factor this evening as these two teams match up in what is a very fun matchup between two very talented teams, Northwest and Heights. Heights last year swept the season, Heights last year, they swept the season series, 57-52, a game that we called at Heights High School, and then late in the season, a 63-56 win in this gym. Northwest, they are looking for their their second state tournament appearance in the last 3 years. They have lost to Heights in sub-state in 2 of the last 5 years. So a team that does not want to do that again. And they also lost to Heights in the state tournament in 2024. This is a Heights team that has a high ceiling and a lot of really talented guards, and Northwest as well has the same. As we take a look now at the starting lineups, first for Northwest, it's Darian Hammond, Demarion Garland, Marcus Cates, the Mays South transfer, Martell Taylor, and Christian Laws. Those are the starters here for Northwest. For Heights, it is Jalen Timmons, it is Jordan Timmons, it is Tyson Phillips. Trying to get a good look here over there on the bench there for Heights, wearing their new red uniforms. Tyson Phillips is over there, over here all the way on the far side corner, so it's a little hard to see. But it looks like it is the the Timmons brothers. It is Cale Rogers, the 6-foot junior, coming into his first season on the varsity squad, making his first start of the season under new head coach Gary Thomason. Taking a look now, one more player left on the bench for Heights. Cole Hutchinson in the starting lineup, not Marcus Cates, so I apologize there. Cole Hutchinson getting the start this evening, the sophomore guard who's had a big season as a sophomore. And on the Heights side, it is Adrian Hall in the starting lineup this evening. So those are your starting 5 for both teams. On the Northwest side, Darian Hammond, Demarion Garland, Cole Hutchinson, Martell Taylor, and Christian Laws. For Heights, it is a Jalen Walker, Jordan Timmons, Jalen Timmons, Cale Rogers, Adrian Hall, and Tyson Phillips. Those are the starters on the Heights side of things. Heights coming in at 8-2, led by first-year head coach Gary Thomason. Northwest coming into this one at 5-5, snapping a 4-game losing streak on Saturday. They are under the tutelage of 8th-year head coach Andy Hill. I appreciate you for joining us here in what is a unique high school game of the week, but don't worry, this doesn't happen often. It's the high school game of the week presented by Commerce Bank, and this has been the Four Seasons RV pregame show. Be sure, if you are here listening live or listening after the fact, be sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate you for spending your Friday evening with us here at ESPN Wichita on the YouTube page. As the officials get everything set, and the jump ball is between Phillips and Laws, as the tip-off is won by Heights, as Jalen Timmons walks up the floor. A horn set coming here for Heights as Timmons looks to get downhill now into the corner. Handling it now, this is Walker all the way around. Hall gives it away into the corner. This is Jordan Timmons. Gets the paint. 2-foot floater up and good. Jordan Timmons gets it to fall, and it is 2-0 Heights here in the early going. A high-paced offense, much higher pace than they were last season, and now almost stolen by Jalen Timmons. This is handled by Demarion Garland. Kicks it out and all the way around to the left side. Christian Laws, defended by Tyson Phillips. Northwest in a 5-out offense. They get a backdoor cut going inside. Garland floats it home, cannot get it off back iron, and the rebound hauled in by Cale Rogers. Heights controls it 2-0. Girls winning 77-10. A dominant win for the Heights girls team. And the low block. This is Tyson Phillips. Defended by Laws. They send a dig at him. Now he gets pressured and doubled, kicks it out, and now is Adrian Hall, 14 to shoot. Hall wants to go ISO, gets left against Hammond, now looks to go middle, kicks it back out, 8 to shoot. This is Timmons, Jordan Timmons, back out Hall, kicks it out, Jalen Timmons, 3-2. Timmons pulls up mid-range straight away, draws the iron but will not fall, and Hammond hauls in the rebound. Hammond, the southpaw, works into the half court. Now up top, handling it now is Martell Taylor, giving it up to Christian Laws. Left side, Hammond. Hammond gets a screen, goes baseline with it, and a foul is going to be called on the drive on the baseline. And that foul goes against Cale Rogers of Heights. His first, team's first. His first foul, team first. As it's up top, they get it in for Laws, who skips it to the corner. Hammond launches a 3, high, arcing shot, and it's all air. Phillips picked it out of the air. Now here's Timmons with a head of steam downhill in a hurry. Tries to draw two, and he dribbles it off his own foot. I said accidental. I was going to say accidentally, but I don't think he would purposefully dribble it off his foot. So as that was kicked out of bounds off of Timmons, and a turnover for Heights, their first of the game. As this is walked up the floor now by Martell Taylor. High post look now for Christian Laws. Now all the way around, back for Taylor, right side wing. Low block touch for Christian Laws, defended by Phillips. Going one-on-one inside. Laws gets some position, can't get it to go, gets his own miss. Goes back up with the left, and he's going to be fouled, and Phillips picks up his first foul. As that will be the first on Phillips, and that will send Christian Laws to the free throw line. One of their three transfers this season. Laws coming in from Wichita West. His first free throw is up, and it is good. The 6'4" senior transferring over from Wichita West, where he averaged 5.7 points per game last year. Only had 3 points in their final meeting with Heights as a West Pioneer. He, as well as Demarion Garland, as the second free throw goes through, makes it 2 apiece here. He and Garland both transferred in from the City League, as this one is flung, and Timmons has it now in the half court. Hesitates, goes inside, and has it tipped out of bounds by Christian Laws, as that'll be sent out of bounds. But Garland transferring in from East, Laws coming in from West, and then Marcus Cates, the younger brother of Michael Cates, who was an all-state guard at Mays South. He transfers in as well. He's coming off the bench tonight. As this is in the corner for Jalen Timmons. Got buried a little deep there. Now he's defended outside by Garland. Timmons flips. Great defense by Garland. Throwing it away, and it's taken away. In transition, Hammond cannot lay it in on an open layup. And a jump ball is going to be called on the rebound, as it will stay Heights basketball. Missed opportunity there for Northwest. They had a chance to take the lead after the Herrera-Timmons turnover. Of course, Northwest pulling in transfers each of the last 2 seasons from the City League. As handling now is Laws. Right side with it. This is Martell Taylor. Back up top, Laws. Launches straight away 3. Draws right side iron, will not fall. Taylor saves it, but stepped out of bounds. Trying to save it inbounding for Cole Hutchinson, who is one of the risers from the JV program that Indy Hill has really worked on with this Northwest program. Just a sophomore, start as a freshman not only on the C team but as well as the JV team. And he's averaging around 8 points a game. As this is advanced in the half court, Jalen Timmons. As they look to drive, Northwest in a 2-3 zone look. And this is something you'll see often from teams defending Heights. Timmons gives it up to the corner, going inside. Hall, corner, look for 3, way off. And a rebound on the backside is hauled in by Martell Taylor. Taylor into the half court, skip to the corner for Hammond. Back out Taylor, and they'll reset. Now it's Laws up top. Laws picks up his dribble, now looking for cutters in a 5-out set. Gives it up top. This is Demarion Garland. Garland gets the ball screen, goes right with it, inside, gets stopped at the block. Kick out with 15 to shoot. Laws, top of the key, looking for a handoff. Now goes inside, working against Phillips. Goes up, left hand, will not fall. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Adrian Hall. And now in the half court, Timmons to Timmons. Jordan on the finishing end, cannot get it to fall, but he is fouled. That one going against Martell Taylor. As this will send Jordan Timmons to the free throw line. Oh my gosh, they're not going to call it a shooting foul. I could have sworn he was going up with it. Instead, they're going to say it was on the floor. So this will not be a shooting foul, interestingly enough. With 4:11 left, we've seen both offenses struggle so far. Backside, looking to go inside is Jarrell Hadley. Can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped out of bounds off the hand of Martell Taylor. So we've got a new player in for Wichita Heights, or a couple of new players, Jalen Walker, as well as Jarrell Hadley checking in. Hadley, one of 2 players for Heights that played last year against Northwest. As a Jalen Walker inside for Hadley. Hadley gets trapped, goes inside for Phillips, lost it, and it's taken away by Northwest. Into the hands of Christian Laws. He gets downhill in a hurry, and he cannot get it to fall. He had his shot taken away. Into the hands now of Northwest. Hutchinson lines up a right wing three. It's good. Cole Hutchinson gets it to fall. The sophomore is on the board. And Northwest, here in a low-scoring ball game, gets a very potentially momentum-changing play. And then the alley and the oop on the other end. Hadley to Phillips. Quickly breaking the the press. Tyson Phillips gets it to fall on the slam dunk. And the feed from Jarrell Hadley. Laws, right side for Hammond. Hammond gets the screen going right. The lefty pulls up, and a moving screen is going to be called against Christian Laws. You know, I was curious where Christian transferred in from, and so I looked up Christian Laws on Google, and I got the 10 Commandments that came up. I think that might be a good nickname for Christian. As the press is broken, now left side with it. Jordan Timmons gets inside, sifts through the defense, and finishes for two. Jordan Timmons with a powerful two there, and Heights is back on top. Here's Marcus Cates, just checked into the ball game. The 5'8" younger brother of Michael Cates, who was an all-state guard at Mays South. Cates transferring in from Mays South. As here's Laws, looking to get it back to Cates on the handoff. Cates going right with it, now into the corner with it. This is Laws. Laws looking to skip, now into the corner for Hutchinson. Hutchinson gets the screen, 8 to shoot. Hammond looks to create, going ISO with it, steps back, pulls straight away. Not going to fall from distance. And the rebound for Jalen Timmons. 6'5" Falcons, 2:21 to play. In transition, Hadley steps into an open three. No good. Phillips hauls in the rebound. Kick out of Jalen Walker, and he'll reset the offense. Looking for a post-up. Hadley inside. Mouse in the house going on Hutchinson, and a foul is going to be called. And the foul, it looks like that one's going to go against Cole Hutchinson. That will be his first. Team's third. And it was not on the shot. As checking in for Wichita Northwest, this is Deshae Benton, one of the few returning lettermen for Wichita Northwest from last season. Deshae, a junior, averaged 4 points per game. As this is Phillips, handing it back off Jordan Timmons. Timmons left side with it, defended by Cates. Timmons crossover, it's a good one. Goes up, and he had it tipped away out of bounds. Cates with a nice hand there. As Gary Thomason is going to send some subs in here. As Adrian Hall comes in, as well as a pair of other newcomers trying to get a number on both of them. This one will lob in for Hadley in the middle of the paint. Goes up, floats it up, will not fall. And the rebound is on the deck. Adrian Hall, what a play. He saves it, but he saved it to the wrong team, but an excellent effort play by Adrian Hall. 6'5" Falcons. Up top of the key, here's Christian Laws. Looking for a skip, picked up his dribble in no man's land. Deshae Benton, back to Hall. Hall working on a 5-out set. Hands it off to Cates. Cates goes off the handoff, goes inside, looking for help. Skips it out for Laws. Thought about a three. Goes inside. Now skip to the corner for Hammond. Hammond off the pick and roll. Goes to a strong side left. Dumps it off inside. Deshae Benton gets it to go. That was an excellent find there by Darian Hammond. That's what most NBA pundits and college basketball players would call the dunker spot on the roll. Gets it to fall. And a foul is going to be called on Cole Hutchinson. Defending the ball there. I thought Jalen Walker might have carried the basketball. Now that's 2 fouls on Cole Hutchinson. As that returns Martell Taylor to the lineup. As checked in here. Top of the key handling it now is Adrian Hall. Up top, looking for help. In a 2-3 zone look now are the Grizzlies. Jalen Walker skips it to Hall. Into the corner now. Heights just looking for some offense. Jalen Walker tries to maneuver his way in. Gets the paint, pulls up, smooth left hand J won't fall, it's all air. Darian Hammond gets it now and ahead of steam, under a minute to play. Hammond skips it, oh what a find, Benton the finish! And a fantastic feed from Darian Hammond. Northwest with a 3-point lead. Hadley skipped to the corner for Hall, had an open look, goes inside now, has his shot blocked. It's on the ground and a foul is going to be called on Deshae Benton. As that will be the 5th of the period, which will mean free throws coming up now for Cornelius Gilkey. Cornelius Gilkey, the 6'3" senior, one of the wide receivers on the Heights football team that had an excellent campaign, almost 300 yards for Heights through the air under head coach Dominic Dingle. Free throw is up from Gilkey, and it goes. That makes it a 7-9 game. As the free throw here from Gilkey, too strong, draws back iron, will not fall. As this is Martell Taylor, shot clock turned off for the final 30 seconds of this ball game. Or sorry, for the final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Getting way ahead of ourselves here. As handling it now, oh man, what a dribbling move there. Martell Taylor just trying to get out of traffic now with 12 to play in this first quarter. Hammond now with 10, gets the screen, now gets the matchup he wants. Goes ISO with 8, with 7, floats it up, has it blocked, and a foul is called with 5.7 seconds to play in this first quarter. And that's going to go against Jamari Merriweather, who had just checked in for defensive purposes. Called for his first foul, third on the Falcons in the period, and it sends Darian Hammond to the free throw line. Hammond, the southpaw. First free throw rims around and in. His first points of the evening coming off a 20-point outing against Andover Central. Shooting just 64% from the line this season, 69% last season. Second free throw is good. So Hammond gives Northwest a 7-11 lead. As in transition now with 3, with 2, pulling up. Adrian Hall can't get it to go. And the first quarter comes to a close with Wichita Northwest controlling both ends of this one, and they lead at 11-7 against the Heights Falcons. We'll be right back. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Back here from Northwest High School, second quarter underway with Northwest leading 11-7 here. As Heights has struggled in this first quarter. Into the corner now, this is Jordan Timmons. Oh, he does that step through so well. Cannot get it to fall. Tyson Phillips got the rebound, and he tripped over the fallen Jordan Timmons. So a little bit of friendly fire there. You don't see that often. Jordan Timmons has perfected the drive baseline, and then when someone cuts you off, he jumps back to the middle of the paint to get a better angle. I haven't seen anybody really do that better than him. You can tell that's a move that he has practiced time and time again. As Darian Hammond has it now, he'll drive to the middle with the left hand. That's his strong hand, kicks the Cates in the corner, who tries to drive middle. Now Hammond. Hammond up top, handling it now, just checking in. This is Andre Young, the freshman wing. Now handling it is Cates. Cates pulls up, long 2. Cannot bank it home. And the rebound by Jordan Timmons. Gives it up to the secondary. Now into the front court. Into the corner. Jalen Timmons, head fake. Thought about a corner 3. Now he gets inside, has it tipped away by Taylor. Timmons goes up, finishing with the left hand. His first point of the evening. Jalen Timmons gets it to fall. And we had him for the Mays game, and he was unreal in that contest. This is Deshae Benton as he gets the screen. Now looking to go middle. Now to the right side wing. Up top for Andre Young, the freshman. And a pull-up 2. And a good shot there will fall. That was Martell Taylor with the long 2. (13-9). Northwest leads it. Now in some full court pressure as Heights just walks up the floor. Now they drop into a man-to-man look. Now it's a zone 2-3 as they get it high post for Phillips. Phillips to Timmons. Timmons looking to drive middle with it. Now left side Jordan Timmons. He gets a step. Now outside Jalen. Head fake. Drives the paint. Tries to pull it from the elbow. Will not fall, and the rebound hauled in by Martell Taylor. Taylor walking up the floor. High ball screen from Young. Now back to Young. Right side Cate. Cate up top forward to Shea Benton. Right side Hammond. Hammond wants to go left to his middle, or middle to his left. As Young hands it off. This is Martell Taylor. Gives it to Cate. Cate goes right with it. Now lost it. Into the corner. Martell Taylor picks it up. 8 to shoot. Taylor in and out. What a move. Goes inside and he's fouled. Tyson Phillips is going to be called for the foul, as that will send him to the line for a pair of free throws. And that's the second foul now on Tyson Phillips. He's still in the game, but it might be the end of his first half, as this will send him to the free throw line. Martell Taylor this season a 88% free throw shooter. And he gets the first one to fall. He has been fantastic this season from the line. As the second free throw, he gets the ball, takes a couple of dribbles, spins it a little bit, and takes another dribble, and he'll put up a free throw, and it is good. Martell Taylor goes 2 for 2 at the line, something he's done many a times this season, and this is the largest lead of the game for Northwest, 15-9. As here's Jordan Timmons. Heights struggling against his zone. No one sees more zone in the City League than Wichita Heights. As Timmons gets a down screen, pulls up a 3, and it's good. If you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it a million times. The best way to get a team out of a zone is to shoot them out of it. Heights not known especially for their three-point shooting this season, stroking at a 37% clip from 3. On the pick and pop, Andre Young launches his answer. Will not fall, and the rebound taken in by Jordan Timmons. Timmons works into the half court, going behind his back, utilizing all the right stick moves. And he goes inside with the right, floats it up with contact, and he's fouled. Did not get the layup to fall, but he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. This is Jordan Timmons to the free throw line, who has had a nice start to the game, 4 points so far, averaging 10 points per game this season. His first season on the varsity level, as he can't get the first free throw to fall. He's a 76% free throw shooter. He and Jalen combined for 30 points in their 53-54 overtime loss to Capon on Tuesday. He had 17, a career high for the young junior guard. And the second free throw from Jordan is on the way and good, making it a 2-point ball game, and he has 5 to lead the Falcons. As walking up the floor now, this is Martell Taylor. Andre Young hands it back to Taylor. Now sets the screen for Taylor. Taylor has it poked away. Phillips got to be careful with 2 fouls already. They get it to Young at the high post. Kick out Hammond. He launches a right wing 3. Will not go. And the rebound tipped and into the hands of Jalen Timmons now. And he is running with the head of steam. Skips it to the corner, and he had Phillips tip it. It ends up in the hands of a Jalen Walker. Goes up, can't get it, and a foul is going to be called going down that time. It was more so a foul called on the land, as that will send a Jalen Walker to the free throw line. Jalen Walker's first free throw is up and no good, as that foul was on Andre Young, his second, and that brings Christian Laws back to the game. Jalen Walker, an 83% free throw shooter, averaging 9 points a game off the bench this season. Cannot get the free throw to fall. He's still scoreless. Heights, a team that shoots at 67% from the line this season. As Martell Taylor directing traffic here in a 5-out set. Gets the screen from Hammond, now looking to reset. Taylor gets the high ball screen from Laws. The lefty pulls back, now goes back left. Skips to Benton, who drives baseline. Goes up, off the window, won't fall. Phillips the rebound. And now it's to Jalen Timmons. Timmons, nobody guarding him. He pulls up, this one for the lead. Good on a wide open triple. Timeout Northwest. Jalen Timmons. It's hard to find open looks in this kind of night, but he's got 8 now, and Heights responding with a 6-0 run as they lead it now 16-15. We'll be back in 30. You're listening to High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC, and to learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today.
Heights leading 16-15 in the midst of a 7-0 run to take the lead here in this second quarter. As this is into the hands now of the young junior guard, Demarion Garland, as it's tipped out of bounds on the skip by Jalen Timmons. It'll go out of bounds and it'll stay Northwest basketball. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Chance Lebo here with you from Northwest High School. As this is Martell Taylor with it. Here in a 41 set, 4 out, 1 in for Northwest. Handling it, this is Garland. Right side wing, Taylor drives baseline with the right, goes up with the left, cannot get it to fall, and Jalen Timmons pulls the rebound in. Skips it ahead into the transition, and Jordan Timmons has it blocked off the glass, but it's a foul. And the Northwest student section went berserk. I thought he got it clean. Maybe he got a leg there, but I thought that was about as clean as it gets. That's just my personal opinion, of course. Jordan Timmons will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws to try and extend this Heights lead. First one from Timmons is up and good. He's now got 6, as the Timmons brothers have combined for 14 of the 17 Heights Falcons points. As Lagone is in for the first time. Jalen Lagone, the junior, a football player for Steve Martin's Grizzlies as well. As the second free throw from Timmons is in and out, no good. Lead will stay at 17-15 in favor of Heights. As Martell Taylor back to the high post for Lagone. Right side, Cates. Cates off the dribble, hands it off. This is Garland. Garland goes inside, had his dribble stopped, and now it's tipped into the hands of Heights. This is a Jalen Walker in transition, maneuvering the defense and has it tipped away. Ball's on the deck, and Jalen Lagone comes up with it. Now a 3-on-2 for Northwest. In transition, Garland, spin move, spin cycle, gets it to fall. His first points of the game for 2, tied a game at 17 apiece. Now in transition, a Jalen Walker, wide open 3 won't fall in the corner. Rebound Hadley, he goes up off the window and gets it to fall. Jarrell Hadley's first points of the night. Return the lead to Heights, 19-17. Here's Cates, working his way up the floor. Now looking for a handoff, gets it to Lagone. Lagone downhill with the right-hand dribble. Gets stopped, and a travel will be called. Had his pivot foot slide. 19-17 Heights, 2:25 to play in this first half. Don't forget to join us for the Taco Pronto halftime show. 19-17 as Martell Taylor checks out, and Darian Hammond checks back in. As this is checked in for Timmons, back to Walker here in a 2-2-1 press are the Grizzlies. Into the half court for Jarrell Hadley. As Timmons will reset. Trying to get some flow here offensively against this zone. Timmons to Jalen Timmons in the corner. Lines up a 3. Will not go with a hand in his face, and Hammond pulls in the rebound. Hammond gets blitzed to the back end. It's tipped out of bounds, and it will stay Northwest basketball. Jarrell Hadley and Jalen Timmons pressuring him in the back end. 19-17 is the Heights lead. 2:03 left to play first half. As it'll be walked up the floor now by Darian Hammond. Man-to-man look now. Looks like a 3-out, 2-in. As Hammond goes baseline with the left, floats it up and in. Darian Hammond gets it to fall his first field goal of the game, ties the game at 19. And he's got that smooth floater. He gets it up so high with the left. Right side, Jalen Timmons into the corner now. All the way around the horn, Jordan Timmons to Jalen Timmons. Jalen goes middle, finds Jarrell Hadley, pulls up for two, will not fall. Jalen, offensive rebound, won't go. Chip, and a putback is good for Jarrell Hadley. 21-19, Andy Hill is beside himself, wanting a goaltend. I thought he got clean. As Cates works it up the floor, they send two at him. Now to the corner, this is Garland. Demarion Garland working offensively, goes right with it, and he has it tipped away and stolen. Excellent hands there, Adrian Hall. Out ahead of the pack of Jalen Walker, skips it, back out Hall. Hall gets stopped. He goes inside, lays it up, will not fall. Drew all backboard there. Now here's Jalen Lagone. Under a minute to play. Now Timmons takes it away. Jalen Timmons and a transition foul on Jalen Lagone. That'll be the first on Lagone, and this game is fast-paced. Blinking, you might miss something. Or in my case, look down at your notes and you might miss something. This game's got all kinds of pace as Demarion Garland will check out. And we see Martell Taylor return to action. Just the fourth foul of the period on Northwest, as Jalen Timmons will check it in. Benton defending the trigger as they get it in for Jordan Timmons, and a nice screen there at the block. Jordan Timmons now with 8. Him and his brother have combined for 16 of the 23 for Heights as they lead 23-19. Skip to the right side. This is Deshae Benton, almost stolen by Jalen Timmons. Benton gets inside, skip to the corner for Hammond. Hammond looking to get isolated. Now up top for Martell. And he goes up off the window and in. It's good. Martell Taylor plus the foul. He gets it to fall. Just threw up a circus shot. Gets it to go. Tough look falls. And the foul. Martell Taylor. 26 seconds to play first half, and Taylor with a chance to make it a one-point game. Taylor's free throw is up, and it's short, no good, but a rebound by Lagone. Inside Benton. He goes up, and he is fouled. And now Northwest with a chance to tie it here in the final 22 seconds of the first half. That foul going against Jamari Merriweather, his second. And the free throw is coming here for Deshae Benton. His first free throw is no good, off back iron. A 58% free throw shooter this season. Northwest, their Achilles heel this season, and a reason why they lost 4 games in a row from December to January. Their free throw shooting has been poor this season, 55% from the line. As Benton's second free throw is up, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Timmons, but it's taken away by Benton. He goes up, will not fall. Jalen Timmons the rebound with 16, and a foul is called, and Andy Hill is not happy. That one 93 and a half feet away from the basket. 93 and a half feet away from the basket. That is a foul that I'm sure they want back, especially since now it'll lead to free throws for the best player on the floor. As this sends Jalen Timmons to the free throw line. 23-21, 15 seconds to play first half. Timmons' free throw is up, and it is good. Jalen Timmons now with 9. And in the game now is Marcus Cates. The foul went against Deshae Benton. It's his second. As it'll be Timmons back to the free throw line. Timmons takes a deep breath. One dribble. And the second shot is up. Rolls off the rim, won't go. Rebounded by Garland. Now here's Marcus Cates. Down to 10 to play. Here's Hammond. Defended out wide by Hall. Down to 6 with 5. Hammond goes left, gets up and around. Will not get it to fall. Circus shot doesn't go. Rebound taken in by Heights. And the halftime score 24-21 in favor of the Falcons. That's the first half for you. Don't forget, when we return, it'll be the Taco Pronto halftime show when we return here on the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into KansasRV.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out KansasRV.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season.
It's time for the Taco Pronto Halftime Show. We'll recap the first half, check the stats, and much more. This is the High School Game of the Week on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM, presented by Commerce Bank.
Welcome here to Northwest High School. It's the Taco Pronto Halftime Show. If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients and prices you can't beat. Located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com. Wichita Northwest honoring the 2006 state championship team here on the basketball side. Some of the alumnus are back. They are getting recognized right now at half court. It's the 20-year anniversary of the 2006 state championship team. Andy Hill out shaking hands with all of them. Northwest, their players actually didn't even go to the locker room. They're giving them a round of applause, which I've never seen before. It's unique, and it's cool. I think that it's a great thing to honor past history and tradition. And here at Northwest High School, it seems like Andy Hill has taken that on full support because he's out shaking every one of their hands. I like that. I think it's a very cool thing to do. I like what Andy Hill's got going on here in Wichita Northwest. I think he's one of the better coaches here in the area as well, as he's got his team trailing 3 at the break. Northwest at one point led 15-9. Heights went on a 7-0 run. The two teams traded buckets there before the half as Heights leads this one at 24-21 at the break. As we take a look now at some scoring numbers, we'll start on the Heights side, of course, since they are winning right now. They've been led in scoring by the Timmons brothers. Jordan with 8 points, Jalen with 9. They've also received some buckets from Cornelius Gilkey, who has 1 point on his 1 of 2 free throws. Jarrell Hadley's got 4, a couple of buckets, and Tyson Phillips has 2, but it was allowed 2 as he slammed home a dunk earlier in the game. On the Northwest side, Darian Hammond has been somewhat quiet so far tonight, just 1 field goal, 4 points for him. Demarion Garland with 2 points. Deshae Benton with 4. Cole Hutchinson had an early 3 to put him up 5-2, but hasn't had anything since then. Picked up 2 fouls early in that first quarter. Martell Taylor with 6 to lead the way, and then Christian Laws with 2 free throws. As we take a look at some scores from around the area, woo-wee, Hutch leads Great Bend 18-7 at the end of a quarter of play. I was talking to Joe Jackson a couple of weeks ago and just talking about some of the teams in the areas that have, a good enough talent to win. I thought Great Bend is a team that is one of the best in 5A. They're not ranked right now in the KBCA boys ranking. Maybe Ian Premier is not playing in the final season. Maybe he's not playing here. I have not been keeping up with Great Bend basketball, to be quite honest with you. Maybe they're off to a rough start, but right now, Hutch is, I don't want to say giving them the business, but Great Bend 5-4 this season. Looking at their roster, they don't have a roster on Max Preps, but this is a Hutch team that's just 3-6. Great Bend has lost 4 of their last 5, including an overtime loss at South. But this game against Hutch, Hutch has not been great this season, but talking to Joe Jackson last week, he said that Hutch is a team that really has improved here in this second half. They started the season 0-3, picked up 2 straight wins against Campus and Arc City. They picked up a win at Valley Center Tuesday night. They were close with South. They played Maize South tight, and now they're winning at Great Bend. That's a big game to keep an eye on, Hutch and Great Bend. Other scores from around the area. Andover leads Arc City 12-9 at the end of the first quarter. Winfield leads Wellington 23-11. Goddard picked up a win on the girls' side against Newton 59-43. Maize South playing Salina South tonight. They led 13-1 after the first quarter. Other scores around the area, Clearwater wins 33-29 in girls action against Buhler. Eisenhower girls win 44-37 over Salina Central. Hutch girls win 62-41 against Great Bend. Wellington, the girls team, wins 60-15, one of the top teams in the 4A girls ranks. Maize South wins 47-20 at Salina South on the girls' side. Andover girls win 71-12 against Arc City. And those look like, and of course in the girls' game here, 77-10. Wichita Heights takes down Wichita Northwest. Heights led 27-0, 45-3. It was out of hand early and often between Heights and Northwest, a game that was over quickly as they win earlier tonight. And then, of course, the game going on in Lawrence, the one that has knocked us off the airwaves. Kansas leading 43-37 at the half. Darren Peterson with a whopping 20 first half points for the Jayhawks against Baylor. He has been a big player for them. And then Flory Badunga with 10 points, 7 rebounds in the first 20 minutes of action between the Bears and the Jayhawks. When we return, we'll preview the second half. We'll give our Davis Moore Chevrolet keys to the second half. When we come back, it's the Taco Pronto halftime show here in the High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today. Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
Get your truck game ready this football season with Continental Truck Accessories. For over 40 years, we've offered top-notch accessories for every adventure. Whether it's a tailgate party, hunting trip, or hauling your favorite toys, we've got you covered. We've got toppers, bed covers, grill guards, Nerf bars, and more. Stop by our showroom at 6701 South Broadway, Wichita's exclusive dealer for guarded spray-on liners. Your truck deserves the best. Continental Truck Accessories.
This football season, count on Ribbit Computers. They have 3 convenient locations in East Wichita, West Wichita, and Derby, making it easy to handle repairs, upgrades for all your tech needs. Ribbit Computers is a proud supporter of the Derby Panthers and the community they call home. When it comes to keeping your devices running smoothly, they're the trusted choice. Visit Ribbit Computers at any of their 3 locations for reliable service and hometown support this season. Welcome back to Northwest High School. It's the Taco Pronto halftime show. If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years. Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients and prices you just can't beat. Located right down the road here at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com. So if you're in the area, there's no reason for you not to head out to Taco Pronto. It's a great place to stop and eat. I know right now I'm in a mode where not dining out here in the month of January, but if I was, I would be hitting Taco Pronto up on the way home, getting a pack of tacos and just scarfing them down as we enter second half action here between Heights and Northwest. Northwest leading this one 24-21. About 2.5 minutes left here in the halftime show. So take a look now at our keys of the second half, brought to you by Davis Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive to Davis Moore Chevrolet, located under the big American flag at Kellogg and Tyler, or visit them online at davis-moorechevrolet.com. Davis Moore Chevrolet is a proud supporter of high school athletics. For Heights, it has to be, let's work through the Timmons brothers, especially Jalen, who really got going there in the second quarter, had all 9 of his points in quarter number 2, really shot it well from distance. Jordan has been a willing adversary as he's had a couple of nice drives and made a couple of buckets. For Northwest, it has to be to get Darian Hammond more involved. Just 1 field goal so far. He's had a couple of looks at the basket. With the better spacing, you would have to imagine that Cole Hutchinson is going to get some run here in the second half. He was held out of the first half for most of it due to foul trouble. With him being potentially back in the action here in this second half, that provides a lot more spacing for a guy like Hammond to maneuver. And I feel like that could really open up the offense here for Wichita Northwest as they have battled. Tried and true. It's 24-21 and Northwest has played a heck of a game so far tonight. I actually have been very impressed by Northwest and their effort this evening as they trailed 24-21 against the top 5 team in 6A in Wichita Northwest. Of course, both of these teams next week will not be in action until their respective tournaments begin, either on Tuesday or Thursday. For Heights, they will be at Valley Center. We'll be calling that tournament, hoping to get Heights on the docket for Thursday or Friday. And then for Northwest, they will be in Topeka for the Topeka Invitational. So be sure to tune in next week. It'll actually be on the radio. Yes, that is right. We do have a radio station, and we will be on the radio next week. So if you are a fan, if you want to listen in, be sure to tune in for the high school game of the week next week on ESPN Wichita 92.3 FM, not on the YouTube page. It's going to be nice to be back on the airwaves. Can't wait to hear Hayden Cole's beautiful voice. I've missed him so dearly. It's been forever since I've talked to our producer and friend Hayden Cole, so looking forward to getting back on the air on Friday of next week for the high school game of the week between two foes in the 6 o'clock hour of the Valley Center Invitational. As we are about ready to get rocking and rolling here in the second half, the floor has been cleared. We are ready to go between Heights and Northwest. Northwest will start out with the basketball as they trail 24-21. Thank you for listening to the Taco Pronto halftime show. As Martell Taylor will walk this one up the floor as we get this second half underway. 5 out set here for Northwest. Taylor up top for Christian Laws. Didn't have much in the second quarter as he's looking for a handoff here, going one-on-one with Tyson Phillips. Phillips is backed off. Laws goes baseline with the right hand. Gets stopped, lost the basketball. On the deck with it is Adrian Taylor, and an excellent hustle play there by the Falcons. Now it's in the hands of Jalen Timmons. Skipping to the corner. This is Jordan Timmons. Goes baseline, gets stopped. Looking for help, finds Jalen. Jalen in the corner. Looking for a screen, gets one from Phillips. Timmons outside, looking to drive, going inside, layup. Left hand is good. Finished that time by Cale Rogers. His first points of the night, the toughest points of the night for the Falcons as they lead 26-21. Inside layup is good. Demarion Garland gets it to fall. And Northwest with a quick answer there, 26-23. As Jalen Timmons has it now, left side wing. Now Jordan Timmons against this 2-3 zone for Northwest. Timmons, right side with it. Back to Jalen Timmons, all the way around the horn to the corner for Jordan Timmons. Skips through the lane, goes up, will not fall. Tyson Phillips the rebound. Phillips against two bodies is going to step on the baseline, and it'll be out of bounds, a turnover. A turnover for Northwest. For Heights. It's back in the hands of Northwest. Driving through the lane. Martell Taylor quickly to the cup. And he's now got 8. And Northwest has made it a 1-point game. And almost taken away by Cole Hutchinson. Sloppy basketball to start here for Wichita Heights. Full court pressure has been provided all game long by Wichita Northwest. And now it's starting to give Heights some trouble. Having Cole Hutchinson back in the game has definitely played a factor here. An Energizer bunny defensively. As Timmons gets it left side for Adrian Hall. Back to Timmons. He crosses the timeline and gets tripped by Hutchinson. No foul called, and now Adrian Hall will reset. Left side, driving now. Inside is Cale Rogers, and he is fouled on the drive, and that's going to go against Martell Taylor. It'll be his his second. As it'll be inbounded now by Jalen Timmons. Timmons looking for something quick and gets it into Rogers in the paint, fighting through the defense into Tyson Phillips, and a nice feed, and Phillips with the finish. 28-25 now. Heights leads it with 6 to play third quarter. Taylor has it, defended outside. Oh, he had a driving lane, just didn't take it. Now up top, this is Christian Laws. Laws looking for a dribble handoff, goes right with it, spins back left, floats it up, and he's fouled. Free throws coming up here for Christian Laws. It'll send Christian Laws to the free throw line. He's a 45% free throw shooter this season. As that one is good. 28-26. Heights leads it. They have controlled this one for majority of the final quarter-ish. Second free throw rims around and out, no good. And the rebound by Phillips. As Timmons works into the half court. Jalen Timmons gets inside, and a foul is going to be called on the drive. And this has been a game that has seen a lot of fouls called on the Northwest side of the floor, and that's Martell Taylor, and that's his third, and that will earn him a trip to the bench as Marcus Cates returns to action now for the Grizzlies. Just 5 fouls all night long on Heights. For Northwest, 11. And a timeout called by Heights. We'll be back in 30. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Northwest High School. Heights tossing it in here. Jalen Timmons gets it in for a Jalen Walker, and he steps on the baseline. The second time this period that Heights has a turnover from stepping on the baseline. It's a Jalen Walker who just checked in, gets whistled for it. He and Jarrell Hadley just checking into the ball game for Heights. As Cates works it up the floor, picks up his dribble. Now Christian Laws handles it. Sent it outside by a Jalen Walker. Hammond into the short corner, working with it now. Going baseline, Laws travels with it. He had a circus shot. Northwest thought it was a foul, and instead it's a travel, and Laws lost his footing. It'll end up a Heights basketball. As this is to the middle of the floor now for Hadley. Skips it to Jordan Timmons. 2-3 defense here for Northwest. Here's Timmons, lines of a left wing three. Not going to fall, and he chases down his long rebound. Keeps the dribble alive. Timmons handles it. Right side with it, Jordan Timmons handles it. Left side, into the corner. Working with it and stepping on the baseline again. Third time this game, Heights has stepped on the baseline. As Northwest handles it now, down 28-26. Right, top of the key, this is Christian Laws. And he has his dribble picked up. Handling it now, this is Garland. Skips it up top for Hammond. Hammond wants to go one-on-one, gives it to Cates. Gets a lane, goes middle, floats it up. Circus shot won't go, gets his own miss. Puts it back up and in off the window. Marcus Cates, his first points of the night. Ties the game at 28 apiece. Timmons to the middle of the floor for Hadley. In transition, here's a Jalen Walker. Here's Timmons, goes inside, throws up a circus shot, and he's fouled. And that's the first foul on Darian Hammond, and that will send Jalen Timmons to the free throw line, who has been excellent all game long. Timmons to the free throw line. His first free throw is up and good. He's now in double figures with 10. Went 2 for 2 in his last trip at the line. And the second free throw good from Jalen Timmons, as he now has 11 and is perfect from the line, and Northwest now trails 30-28. Driving baseline, this is a circus shot for Cates, will not fall, and the rebound for Jalen Timmons. Now Timmons working in transition, skips it into the corner, back up top, three on the way off the hands of Hadley and out of bounds. It'll be Northwest basketball. An air ball there on the left side. I believe that was Jamari Merriweather. As it's walked up the floor now by Marcus Cates, trying to direct traffic offensively. Heights leading 30-28. And it's going to be tipped away and almost stolen. In the back end, Demarion Garland is going to be fouled by Jalen Timmons. First foul on Timmons of today's contest. Just the second foul of the period on Heights. As Cates will walk up the floor, trailing 30-28. 3:15 left to play here in this third quarter. Cates has it poked away and stolen. Jordan Timmons in transition and gives it back to Hadley, and a foul is going to be called in transition. Cates bumped him. Timmons lost the basketball. Hammond poked it away. And it'll now be Heights basketball underneath. And Heights, who has turned it over 4 times on the baseline in this period alone, now has it on their own baseline. In the corner for Hadley. Now up top for Merriweather. Back in the corner. Timmons thought about a 3. Good defense by Deshae Benton. Right side with it. Looking to drive. Jalen Walker skips through. Nice feed. Jarrell Hadley gets it to fall. Jarrell Hadley gets it to go. He's now got 6, and the Heights lead is up to 4. Driving baseline, and Christian Laws got bumped and threw it away. And he thought he was fouled. Andy Hill thought he was fouled. No foul was called, and it will be Heights basketball after the turnover. That's the 3rd time that Laws has lost his footing. I don't know if it's his shoes or if it's something else. And I don't believe a technical foul has been assessed, but Andy Hill just got a warning at the very least. As it stays 32-28, no free throws for Heights, not a technical foul, just a warning on Andy Hill. The official's telling him to get him back in his box. Here's Hall off the dribble, lost it for a second, now out for Merriweather. High post for Hadley. Hadley looking for help, now outside to Jalen Walker with 12 to shoot. Goes inside, up top, Merriweather lost it off his hand and it's out of bounds. 2:19 to play in this third quarter. And Tyson Phillips checks back in, Hadley checks out. Hammond back into the game. We haven't seen much out of Cole Hutchinson. He's been quiet here in this second half. Cates takes up the floor, defended by Hall. And Laws in the short corner, defended by Phillips, who's got to be careful with 2 fouls. Laws can't get it to fall. And the rebound backside to Jalen Timmons. Into the half court, into the corner. This is Merriweather. Back to Timmons. Gets an open look, right wing 3 on the way. Rims out, no good. Phillips the rebound. He goes back up and finishes with the left hand. Tyson Phillips now with 7, and the Heights lead is up 34-28. And a foul is going to be called, that one going against Adrian Hall. Checking out is Jalen Timmons here with 1:44 to play here in this first half. As this will be inbounded here to Martell Taylor. As looking with it now, right side wing, handling it Martell Taylor. Deshae Benton drives to the middle, goes back baseline with the right, looking for help, skip out. Here's Taylor, goes left with it, his strong hand goes up, finishes off the glass and in. Martell Taylor and the foul. As the free throws coming up here shortly. This side of the gym just got a little bit more popular. Former Northwest Grizzly great, Iowa State great, and current New York Jets running back. Breece Hall is here, and Northwest starting to show off. The finish from Andre Young off the putback makes it a 2-point game. As Jalen Walker gives it to Timmons. Oh, what a crossover. Goes inside. Foul called before the shot. It'll still be free throws as that gets him in the bonus. As Andy Hill calling out the defensive set there as Timmons had one heck of a crossover, making an impressive move. As it'll be Timmons to the free throw line. Timmons, the Hutch Community College commit, has been stellar this evening. Left that free throw short, no good. He leads all scorers with 11 tonight. As Benton checks out, Demarion Garland checks in. Jalen Timmons to the free throw line. 34-32, trying to make it a 3-point lead. And that one goes through. 35-32. Timmons now with a game-high 12. Taylor hands it off. Hutchinson launches a three to tie. Off back iron won't go. Taylor holds in the rebound. Great rebound there from Martell Taylor. They're trying to get Hammond involved offensively. They just can't do it. Everybody's slipping and falling around the floor, looking for help. They get it away, and a timeout was called by Andy Hill, and it'll be a 30-second timeout right at the buzzer of what would have been either a turnover or a 5-second call. We'll be back in 30. You're listening to High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC, and to learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today.
35-32, Heights leads Northwest here in third quarter action of the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Chance Lebo here with you from Northwest High School in a GWAL battle between two City League rivals, Northwest and Heights, two teams that finished near the top of this league last season. 24 on the shot clock as Northwest called a timeout. Andre Young handles it now, hands it off to Darian Hammond. This might be his first touch of the entire second half. Wanted to step back, goes inside against Phillips. Foul is called, and Phillips not exactly sure what he could have done better that time, as that foul will go against him, and it'll be free throws coming up here for Darian Hammond, who has had just the one field goal attempt. One field goal make in this entire game. Their leading scorer coming in tonight off a 20-point performance against Andover Central. The free throw is up, and it is good for Darian Hammond. That makes it a 2-point game. And the second free throw on the way will not go, and Phillips brings in the rebound for Heights. Here's a Jalen Walker into the half court. 5-second difference between shot and game clock. Phillips goes inside, spins back right hand, can't get it to fall. Timmons almost got the rebound. It's into the hands of Northwest. Shot clock is turned off. Hammond transition layup, good. We are tied. Darian Hammond now with 8. It's a 2-point game and a steal. Martell Taylor back out to Hammond. Almost got bumped. Now with 12 to play. Northwest looking to take the lead. In transition. Skip inside layup and one. Demarion Garland hoop in the harm. And he'll try for three the old-fashioned way as Northwest takes their first lead of this second half. 37-35, a chance to make it 3 at the line for Demarion Garland. Free throws coming up here for Garland, the junior transfer from Wichita East. Free throw is up. It is good. Garland gets it to go. He's now got 7. And Northwest lead is up to 3, with 5, with 4, with 3. Timmons pulls up. Can't get the triple. Tip in. Will not go from Phillips. And we will go to the fourth quarter with Northwest leading Heights 38-35. Upset alert coming here. Fourth quarter action on the way. It's the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Northwest takes the fourth quarter lead 38-35. They are on a 12-3 run since former Grizzly, former Iowa State, and current New York Jets running back Breece Hall entered the building. Northwest has started to find its rhythm offensively. They lead this one 38-35 here as we're about to start fourth quarter action. Heights looking to rebound after a loss on Tuesday in overtime against Capon as they are in a dogfight against the Grizzlies. Here's Jalen Timmons, a game-high 12 for him. Right side of Jalen Walker. They need him to get going. Into the corner. This is Adrian Hall looking for help. Out of the corner. Back to Hall. Skip to Jalen Timmons. His three on the way. Off back iron. Won't fall. Rebound out of bounds. And it's going to be saved, but it's to the Falcons. A Jalen Walker to Hadley. Top of the key for the tie. Will not go. Rebound Jordan Timmons. Inside. Timmons goes up and finishes and one. Jordan Timmons gets it to go, and we've got a one-point game. Timmons now in double figures with 10. As it'll be free throws coming up here for Jordan Timmons. Timmons tonight, it's been the Timmons brothers that have just starred for Heights as Timmons gets the free throw to go. Jordan Timmons now with 11, tying the game at 38. Here's Martell Taylor with it. As he goes right side, crosses back to the right. Now hands it off to Hammond. Hammond wanted the drive, has been quiet here in the second half. Looking for help. Now high post extended. This is Christian Laws. Defended by Jalen Walker. Laws lost it, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Christian Laws extended that shoulder, or that elbow, and he's going to get called for his his third foul of the game. So 3 fouls now on Christian Laws as we're tied up at 38 apiece. This is Adrian Hall, left side, the screen from a Jalen Walker. Timmons draws 3, now looking for help. Gives it up, a Jalen Walker goes inside. Now he shoves off and pushes. And a foul is called, and that's on a Jalen Walker. And that'll keep the game tied at 38 apiece with 6:46 to play in this fourth quarter. As Martell Taylor will bring it up the floor. Adrian Hall defending. As they get it top of the key, this is Christian Law. Hands it off to Darian Hammond. Hammond, ISO, with the long arms, pulls up a long two, and I think it might have been blocked. Here's Jalen Timmons. Timmons in transition. And a foul is going to be called. It's going to go against Cole Hutchinson. And that's going to be 3 now on Cole Hutchinson. And that will, I believe it was on the floor. Yeah, they'll call it on the floor. And Timmons will trigger now. Into the corner for Hadley. Now low block. Timmons go one-on-one in the post. Lost it. Taken away. Northwest has it now. Into the half court. Cole Hutchinson. Left side, gives it up top. This is Garland with it. Garland is going to be fouled. Garland is fouled. And that will be just the second foul on Jalen Walker. And the second of the period on the Falcons. Still tied at 38 apiece. 6 minutes to play here in the final quarter of play. But we might see overtime. Top of the key, Christian Laws. Right side, now back to Laws on the short corner on the right side. Going against Jalen Walker. Draws a dig. Now looking to go to work is Demarion Garland. Garland goes inside to the left. In the corner for Hutchinson, who now has the dribble with 12 to shoot. Here's Laws. Looking for Hutchinson. Hutchinson trying to create a look with 8, with 7. Hutchinson launches well short. Rebound Taylor on the back end. He has it taken away by Jalen Timmons as the shot clock resets. Into the half court. Here's Walker inside to the paint. Kick out to Hall. Back to Walker. And slowing it down, but now Timmons. Jordan Timmons. A corner three is good. Jordan Timmons now with a game-high 14, and Heights has a 3-point lead. And Taylor in the back end being hounded by Adrian Hall. Now going to work. This is Martell Taylor. Goes inside, lays it up, and a travel is going to be called. And Andy Hall has got to be careful. He calls a timeout, and it'll be a full timeout. So we will be back in 60. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC, and to learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today.
Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Heights leads this one 41-38 as Andy Hill comes out of the timeout. Hutchinson, Taylor, Garland, Hammond, and Laws are all on the floor. That's the 5 on the floor for Northwest. Hall, Walker, Hadley, Timmons, and Timmons on the floor for Heights. Up top of Jalen Walker. Right side now for Jordan Timmons. Hits a big go-ahead 3 moments ago. Jalen Walker trying to go inside, lost his dribble. It's on the deck. It's going out of bounds, and it's off the hands of a Jalen Walker. Excellent defensive play there by Demarion Garland. The 6'2 junior makes a big play for Northwest. 41-38, 4:40 to play in this fourth quarter. Off to Hutchinson, gets the high ball screen, skips to Hammond in the corner. Hammond wants to go ISO with it. Nice defense from Jarrell Hadley. Lost, defended by a Jalen Walker way outside. And Walker's got to be careful. All of Heights has to be careful as Adrian Hall is going to get a foul called on him way away from the basket. No need there as Adrian Hall gets called for his 3rd foul of the evening. Just the 3rd foul on Heights of the period. As Taylor to trigger. Gets into the high post. Actually, it's poked away. Jalen Walker saves it, but it's into the hands of Christian Laws. Numbers for the Grizzlies. Laws in the corner. Hutchinson lines up a wide open 3 for the tie. Will not go, and it goes up against the facade. Oh, man. If they end up on the wrong side of this one, that's the one he's going to look at in film and just wish he had back. A wide open 3 right next to the student section with a chance to take the lead, and he can't get it to fall. 41-38, halfway through this fourth quarter. Here's a Jalen Walker looking for help. Trying to stay out of the corner of the defense. Now Jalen Timmons. Top of the key. 2-3 defense for Northwest. Timmons directing traffic. They run some kind of loop play. Into the short, low block. This is Tyson Phillips. Inside, kick to Timmons in the corner with 10 to shoot. Timmons goes baseline, skips to the corner. Timmons to Timmons. 3 will not fall. Rebounded Jalen Walker, and a foul is going to be called. 3rd foul of the period on a Jalen Walker. And that will be the 4th of the period on Heights. As Adrian Hall gets sent to the scorer's table. Jamari Merriweather back in. An intriguing 5-man group on the floor for Heights. You got the Timmons brothers, Merriweather, Hadley, and Hall. Here in crunch time, 41-38, Heights leads it. And it's almost stolen by Jalen Timmons. Christian Law gives it up, Demarion Garland. Garland goes inside, spins, and has it taken away and stolen. Timmons looks to advance, gets it up the floor for Adrian Hall. Dump inside, Hadley gets it to fall. And a really nice feed by Adrian Hall. 43-38. 3 minutes to play here. And Christian Law is looking for help. And he gets it away. This is Deshae Benton. Back to Laws. Looking for cutters. Finds one. Can't handle the pass, and it's taken away. Ball is on the deck now. Ends up with Deshae Benton. In transition, layup on the way, but a travel is going to be called. And Andy Hill and the bench for Northwest are not happy about it. I thought he misplaced his gather step as well. As Timmons will inbound here. 2-2-1 pressure from Northwest. Timmons to the middle to the right side. Now here's Hadley. Hadley goes inside, goes up, and one. Or no, it's going to be a charge called against Hadley. A nice play defensively there. I believe that was Demarion Garland, as that is going to be the second foul on Jarrell Hadley. 43-38. Northwest has to start trading offense for defense. They have not scored much here in this fourth quarter of action. Driving, going inside, losing it. Hammond, corner three. Look what I found. Will not fall, and a rebound by Merriweather. Now here is Jordan Timmons, head of steam into the half court. And he gives it up to big brother Jalen. Right side, this is Adrian Hall. Hall, left side, Timmons. Head of steam, gets inside, left-hand finish, will not fall, and a rebound by Garland. Garland now into the half court, looking for help. Garland goes up, left side, it's good. Demarion Garland with 9 and a timeout for the Grizzlies. 43-40. We'll be back in 60. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
When it comes to money, what matters most to you? It's not an easy question because your answer can change at a moment's notice. At Commerce Bank, we have 160 years of helping people ask themselves that question and providing financial solutions that are tailored to your ever-changing wants and needs. From setting short-term goals to planning for your future, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And together, we'll find the answers that matter. Commerce Bank. Challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
If you're craving a taco with a touch of tradition, stop by Taco Pronto. Family owned and operated for 55 years, Taco Pronto makes all their food in-house using the freshest ingredients at prices you can't beat. Drive through today and take advantage of Taco Pronto's daily specials, or grab a 12-pack of tacos for only $11.99. Taco Pronto, located at 8385 West 21st Street North, or order online at TacoProntoWichita.com.
Taco Pronto, old-fashioned service.
Welcome back to Northwest High School. 43-40 is the Heights lead with 1:49 to play in this fourth quarter. Chance Lebo here with you as we have just 1:49 between these two City League foes before one of them is declared a winner. As Jordan Timmons walks it up the floor, they get it past with 27 to shoot. Jalen Timmons still going against this 2-3 zone. As it's left side working with it now. Into the low block for Tyson Phillips. Excellent catch there by the big man. Skips it. Far side corner for Jalen Timmons. Timmons with 10 to shoot. Goes baseline with the right hand. Slowly maneuvering. Gives it away and a turnover. Up ahead. Darian Hammond in transition. Layup is good. We've got a 1-point game. Hammond in double figures with 10. Jordan Timmons picks up his dribble near half court. They get it back to him. Timmons goes inside. Works through the lane and finishes. Jordan Timmons now with 16, the lead back up to 3. Right side, Taylor working with it. Goes middle with the left, goes up, through contact, won't go. Phillips the rebound. 45 seconds to play. 13 difference shot in game. Timmons looking for help. They got to call timeout, and they finally do. Gary Thomason calls the timeout, and he is not happy with the official. He's almost about to pick up a technical foul, as it'll be a 60-second timeout. We will be back in 60. You're listening to High School Game of the Week, presented by Commerce Bank. Member FDIC. To learn more, head to commercebank.com.
Four Seasons RV in Abilene is your premier destination for the highest quality travel trailers, fifth wheels, and toy haulers in Kansas. If you travel for sports, tailgates, or like to kick back at the lake, now is the time to check into kansasrv.com for the best selection on closeout deals. ESPN Wichita listeners can save an additional $500 by mentioning ESPN. Check out kansasrv.com for the best recreational vehicles today.
Hey basketball fans, the top high school basketball talent will be in Wichita at the 4th Annual Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th at Fugate Gymnasium. Nationally ranked teams are in action, such as Sunrise Christian Academy, Montverde, Veritas Academy, and Dream City. This event made possible by the Wichita Sports Commission, Sunrise Christian Academy, and Visit Wichita. Catch the best high school basketball players in the country at the Air Capital Hoop Fest, January 23rd to the 25th.
45-42, Heights leads it with 40 seconds to play in this ball game. Coming out of the timeout, 26 to shoot, 40 on the timer, as they will lob it into the backcourt for Jalen Timmons. Timmons defended by Benton. Heights is in the bonus, and a foul is going to be called on Benton. That'll be his third, and that will be free throws coming up here for Jalen Timmons. Not yet. The fourth foul on Garland, the fourth foul on Northwest in the period. As they get it in for Timmons. Next foul will put them in the bonus. Shot clock is turned off. Timmons out wide. Hill calling for help as they're trying to get out of Timmons' hands. He'll go baseline with the left-hand dribble. Skip to the corner for Merriweather. Back up top, Jordan Timmons. Timmons is going to be quickly fouled, and that will send him to the free throw line. A 76% shooter. Heights this season has been pretty efficient at the line. They were 10 of 11 on Tuesday in their loss against 5A's top team in Capon. And that will send Jordan Timmons to the free throw line, where he's had a bumpy road this evening. As Timmons to the charity stripe. 18.6 seconds remaining. Timmons gets the first free throw to fall, making it a 4-point game. And we're officially at a 2-score ball game. As Benton checks out, Hutchinson checks in. Jordan Timmons to the free throw line. It is up, and the second one rims out, no good. And the rebound hauled in by Garland. 4-point game, 15 seconds to play. Garland spins, kick, Hutchinson, open three, good! 1-point game, timeout Northwest. 7.5 seconds to play. Cole Hutchinson with a huge triple to make it a 1-point game. And Andy Hill calls timeout. We will keep it right here. This one has come all the way down to the wire. 46-45, Heights leads it. Cole Hutchinson with one of the biggest shots of his young career. And that one goes through. To decide who to foul if you are Heights. I would say that you probably foul one of the young guys. You do not want to foul Jalen Timmons, an 81% free throw shooter. You probably would like to foul Adrian Hall if he's in, 25% on the season. Jarrell Hadley down at 58%. Jalen Walker, another no-no. He's at 83% on the season. And with 7.5 seconds to play here in this ball game, we've got a 1-point game with Heights leading it on upset alert, trying to avoid their second loss of the week. They lost against Capon on Tuesday in overtime, and now another game is coming right down to the wire. Timmons has the inbound. He can run the baseline. So their best free throw shooters to inbound. Timmons looking, lobs it in for Jordan Timmons. They quickly foul him, and that will send him to the line. And I'm sure that, well, I don't know. Every head coach is different. Me personally, I would love nothing more as a head coach. I am always someone who fouls up 3 as Martell Taylor picks up his 4th. And that will send Jordan Timmons to the free throw line where he just went 1 for 2. If he goes 2 for 2, do you foul? Do you foul up 3? I am always of the belief that you do. No timeouts left for Northwest. 3 in the back pocket for Height as Timmons hits the first free throw. He's now got 17, and that's coming off of a career high 17 on Tuesday against Capon. Second one on the way, 6.5 seconds remaining. The free throw is good, and we've got a 3-point game and a timeout for Height. A 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Northwest now has a chance to draw up a press break, and Heights on the other side has a chance to draw up some kind of fouling situation. I would imagine they're going to try to foul here. And for Northwest, you just got to try and manufacture a look. And in these situations, you are always told you have more time than you think. 6 seconds is 8 dribbles. That's what I've always been told. It's always a little bit more a second per dribble. I feel like 6 seconds is 8 dribbles or 5 dribbles and 2 passes. You can find a way to get a shot up here. 6.5 seconds remaining. 5 on the floor for Height. Hadley, Timmons, Hall, and Merriweather. A fast, athletic 5 on the floor for Heights. For Northwest, it looks like they're trying to get a play for Cole Hutchinson. He's on the floor. Hammond's on the floor. Laws is on the floor. Taylor's on the floor. And Garland is on the floor. They've got Hutchinson standing in his own right side corner. Garland will inbound. Laws is at the elbow, looking like he's going to set a screen. Hammond staggered as Garland fakes the football pass, gets it in for Taylor. Taylor lost the dribble with 3, and a carry is going to be called and a turnover, and that will end it. That is just going to do it. A carry by Martell Taylor should end it. With 3 seconds left, it's a 3-point game. Heights with 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They get it in for Timmons, and he'll run away from the defense. And this one will go final. 48-45, Heights with the win. They move to 9-2 on the season thanks to Jordan Timmons, 17 points, and he is our player of the game, brought to you by the Wichita Sports Commission. Since 1997, the Wichita Sports Commission has worked to promote, acquire, and support a diversity of youth, amateur, and professional sports programs and events, enhancing the Wichita area economy and quality of life. Sports are more than just games. They are a powerful tool for community building, personal development, and social connection. They put on so many events for this great community we call home. Learn more and see how you can get involved at wichitasports.com. Heights wins this one, 48-45. Jordan Timmons, your player of the game, brought to you by the Wichita Sports Commission. We appreciate you for joining us. If you are still here, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on Friday next week for the Valley Center Invitational on ESPN Wichita, 92.3 FM. For Chance Lebo, I'm signing off from Northwest High School. This has been the High School Game of the Week presented